It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through San Francisco. It's the Vikings and the 49ers under the lights on Sunday night.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. The George Halas Trophy awaits the winner of this one, as well as a spot in the Super Bowl. Thanks for being with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Greg, the anticipation's thick. Love this moment where we have a champion in the NFC crowned on this field. Couple of teams that don't like each other. What are you going to be watching for in this one, partner?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about these conference championship games, Mike, is how well these two teams know each other. You find yourself here in the NFC, you're playing, not maybe every year, but you're playing each other a lot. You know their tendencies, you know the roster, you know the opposing coaching staff. There's some bad blood built up, not only over the course of this season, but previous ones. And tell you what, we wanted the best two teams in the conference with a game on the line to go to the Super Bowl, and I think we got it.
The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
These are the type of games, Mike, where you can become a legend, not only for your franchise, but to the entire city. His play throughout the year has helped them get to the point where the NFC Championship is taking place in their stadium. And if he's able to continue to play at that high level over these next 4 quarters, his team's going to have a real shot to end the weekend as NFC champions.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can...
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Purdy. And he'll take it on in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the 49ers will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. First and 10. He'll run. It's the former LSU Tiger. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds in great shape down at the 15-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 32 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's going to pick up the Vikings, and he is going to have the Chargers.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49ers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And he will score. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. 18 yards on the pickup there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the 1st possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. His 1st catch of this NFC Championship game. Good enough for a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is...
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, so replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. At issue, did the ball cross the goal line? A reminder, it just needs to be the tip of the football just breaking the front of the plane where that white goal line begins. And it needs to be indisputable, which can sometimes be difficult with all those bodies in there.
After review of the play, the rule on the field is confirmed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane, the goal line. They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC championship game. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. 1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Oh, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Vikings have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch. But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's Purdy. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
That's to his tight end, Kittle. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this. Then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Throwing is Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. And he will get into the end zone. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the 49ers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They're searching here for the tying score. Down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now a give on the ground. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Third and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball.
That one, taken in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Back to the air one more time. A short one taken by Hawkinson.
They need to block him again. Offense.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Checking it down. This one is caught. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. 49ers offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. One of the tight ends in motion right. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Up the middle they go. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Vikings offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. You let this go deep for Jefferson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. So we've hit halftime here in the NFC Championship game. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach.
But first, let's
Jonathan,
look
all
back
yours.
to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Buffalo Bills who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Mike and Greg. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. Inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Vikings. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerrero. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll motion over Samuel. 3rd and short. Purdy. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To throw on 1st down is Purdy. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackman.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flag for the sack.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Purdy gonna give this to Garenda. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. Purdy now on 2nd down. Stephon Gilmore there defensively to break it up.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Purdy to Kittle for the Niners, 1st down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
Still 1st down.
To throw, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's Garenda. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Third down. Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Off the play fake, Purdy. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackman.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense, and their running back set to go once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your...
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. 1 quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
The 49ers out for the punt. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. The coverage too strong that side. The ball batted away and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here's 3rd and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw, and that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Automatic 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A gain there of 17. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Look like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start. Offense.
On 2nd down, Purdy. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Now, players shaken up after that play, and it's Brock Purdy who needs some assistance. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
He'll run, looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will score. Game on. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll get this up to about the 28.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And you'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to lead to a fourth down. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And with the season winding down, he continues to put up the big numbers. Let's take a look at some of the leading candidates to take home the award for Offensive Player of the Year. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a first down. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Pearsall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Right back to Pearsall again. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. The Niners will use their third and final timeout. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
So now, pressure situation for Riley Patterson. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Here's first down. Now, faking the give. You'll let this go deep for Jefferson. They'll try again here. It's second and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. He's got it! That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota.
I'll pick up a 44 yards on the play. First down, Vikings.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And they are moving on. They survive and advance in the playoffs. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. So that's a wrap for Greg Olson and our outstanding crew. I'm Mike Tirico. We'll reconvene in 2 weeks in Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60. Until then, enjoy the rest of your night.
You